Hello, this is Steve, your intentional encourager. And today I want to talk to you about Jesus is the way. Jesus is the way. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know the predicament, the situation, the challenges, the stubborn limitation. I don't know how you're feeling right now, the situation you are in. Maybe you're feeling beaten up, you're feeling lost. But I want to remind you that Jesus is the way. Jesus is the way, and Jesus is the solution. You know, Jesus is the answer of the world today. Jesus is your answer today. The Bible says in John chapter 14 in verse 6, John chapter 14 in verse 6, that I am the way, the truth, and life. I am the way, the truth, and life. So Jesus is the way. If you're feeling lost, you don't know what to do, you don't know where to go, you don't know where to start, you're feeling concerned and worried and disappointed, Jesus is the way. He'll give you divine alignment and orchestration. Just lean on him, just trust in him. Jesus is the way. Jesus is the truth. You don't know the how, the what, the when. You're feeling worried, you have fear, you have concern, you're feeling lost. Jesus is the truth. He'll give you the understanding, the revelation, the wisdom, the information that you need, the guidance, the counsel you need. Jesus is the way. Jesus is the truth. And Jesus is life. Jesus is life. You know, Jesus came that we may have life and have it in abundance. So if you want an abundance life, it is in Jesus. The life in your business, life in your health, the life in your family, life in your career, life in everything you're trusting God for, life in everything that you're feeling confused in and worried and you don't know how it's gonna be. You have the question, how will it happen? The how is in his hands. The how is in Jesus. So Jesus is the life. So my friend, remember, Jesus is the way. Jesus is the truth. Jesus is life. You need Jesus. Jesus is the way. Jesus is the answer for all the situation, for all that sickness, for that confusion, for that challenge, that rejection, that depression, that mental health, that confusion, whatever you are in. Jesus is the way. Jesus is the truth. Jesus is life, and He's the giver of an abundance life. So, my friend, I want to remind you today that Jesus is the way. This is Steve Mbugua, your intentional encourager. God bless you.